How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Forrester Gaming back again, and we're going to be playing Space Engineers today. So we're on an Earth-like drop pod. We just dropped down, and we're going to go grab our hydrogen hydrogen container, and we are going to. I guess we can't pull it out of there. We're going to grab our hydrogen container, and we're going to try to find some iron. We've already gone through and found some cobalt. Just where was it? It was somewhere over there, right next to that thing in the distance, right over there. That's our that's a silicon deposit. So yeah, we're gonna open this up. We're gonna grab a hydrogen bottle. Why can I not grab this? I might be being stupid. Let's see. Maybe if I can hit I, hydrogen bottle. Nope. Okay. We're gonna get this eventually. Maybe we're not gonna get it. I don't know. I'm not super worried about it right now. We are trying to figure out what exactly we're gonna do initially. So we can do this a really hard way, and we can just start out trying to get some stone. And once we get some stone going, we might be able to convert our initial drop pod into a little mining rig or something. But we don't really have iron yet. We can use stone, and that will make us a good bit of iron. But it's not going to be a sustainable source. It's just going to get us to where we need to be. That way we can find a bunch of iron. So, yeah, we're pretty much just going to be digging up a whole lot of stone for this first episode. And I'm probably going to cut a good bit out of it. Just because this is pretty boring, I'm not going to lie. It's not a whole lot interesting about mining iron. Or stone in that aspect. So if you just hold F, you can pick up all the stone. It just goes one at a time. You just got to kind of point your crosshair somewhere near it. And I think we can get like a beacon or something to tell us the location of resources as well further in. But we're not super worried about that right now. What we're worried about doing is building an initial base, something that can launch and receive not aircrafts but spacecraft. And we want to create like I think our goal of this episode is just going to be to get a working base. And then hopefully eventually we're going to get to the point where we've got a spaceship dock. But we're obviously nowhere near that right now. We're just getting started in our adventure. So we're going to hit production, and we're just going to make a bunch of ingots. So if you shift click, you'll make 100. And we're just going to set that to like 1,000. We're going to go get more stone. So every time you put a piece of stone into your survival kit and you go to make ingots, it's going to make a little bit of iron, a little bit of silicon, and a little bit of nickel. And that's to compensate for the fact that we don't have access to any of these things right now. And since we don't have a basic refinery, even if we did, we wouldn't be able to do anything. Right, so we wouldn't be able to make the parts that we need. But we need to kind of upgrade. Not super quickly, it's just that we have to upgrade so that we can succeed. Because our survival kit can't be used to make a lot of different things. It can just be used to make the basics that we need to make an actual refinery. Now, our spawn, we didn't really get too great of a spawn. Considering we're not really near any mountains. And so because we're not near any mountains, we don't really have a whole lot of options when it comes to doing a whole lot with making hydrogen. And we need to make hydrogen so that we can continue to fly around and do things. It's one of the more important things in this game. So we're just going to keep mining away some stone and making some ingots, and we are going to start building up a little base. And we don't necessarily need a flat bit of land. We can make our flat bit of land. I'm alright with that. And if we kind of make it on a hill, we keep ourselves from needing to build a ramp or anything to actually get into our base. Because flying into it would be a pain in the butt. But here's what we've got. A big hole in the ground so far. So the other big thing that we're going to need beyond iron is steel plates. So we're going to just drop a bunch more stone in here. And we're going to set ourselves to make, say, 220 steel plates. 200 steel plates. It's a nice even number. Because we're going to need a good amount of those so that we can get started building our foundations and everything that we need. Now we only need to get everything to a functional level. That way we can actually place things on top of it and start to use it. Generally, I like to go all the way. That way I can have a good amount of everything put together. Plus, whenever you go to deconstruct it later, when we don't need it anymore, that's when we'll have a lot more resources coming our way because of doing that extra 20%. Because functionality only takes 80%. Let's collect a bunch of this stone. Alright, now we'll run back over here, see where we're at with steel plate production. Gonna hit I, toss some stone in here, pull out some steel plates. And yeah, see how quickly we burned through all that iron? We went from like 120 to 20 real quick. So we're gonna hit G, and we've already got a bunch of these, a bunch of the things we need. So we hit 4, and it builds up it brings up a light armor block. So we are just going to set it right here. I'm trying to get on it. Alright, and we're going to hit local grid. And we're just going to build a little 4x4. Three, 4. Now, know that building these foundations does take steel plates. Even just building the foundational part of it. So not even getting it welded up and at that functional spot. So we're going to need 8, 6, 12, or sorry, 8, 6, 24, 320 steel plates in all to get to the point where we have a base that's able to be built upon. So that's going to be fun to build up to. I will say Space Engineers kind of starts out really dry, and then over time it gradually becomes more and more fun, right? Because you're able to build real cool spaceships, and you can do pretty much anything you want. You can build mining rigs, you can build mining ships, you can build little rovers. You can do pretty much anything. When they say your imagination is the limit in this game, that's actually the truth. That and the learning curve for how you actually do things. Arguably, that's a little bit harder. Gonna drop some more stone in there. Man, this mining is annoying. Alright guys, so we're going to cut away to a point where we have a good amount of stone. where we have some steel plates built up. So I'll see you guys soon. How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? So we're back. Personally, I think it's taken way too long to gather up the amount of iron that we need based on how much we're getting from this stone. Like, we've dug a huge hole in the ground and we had 60 steel plates to show for it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, what did it say I switch to? Okay, yeah. I am going to build a refinery. We're gonna put this right here. And that's all we need for now. Basic refinery. And, you know, pretty soon, actually, okay, so we'll need, connected to our base, we'll need some method of power generation. So we just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're just gonna fly up and, oop. So I'm hitting E to adjust how I fly, and that's, I think it's called rolling. We're gonna see if we can pull out our hydrogen, which we should be able to do. I'm just being stupid and I can't figure out how to do it. I to open inventory, hydrogen. Yeah, I don't know why I can't grab it. Where's our O2H2 generator? Right here. We're gonna hit I, hydrogen bottle. There we go, and we got it. And then, so now our hydrogen's gonna stay topped off as long as we have that bottle on us. So we had this unknown signal pop up, so I'm thinking we should check out what that is. Because I don't really know what it is. So we'll fly over to that guy real quick. Let's go ahead and turn our dampeners off. Ooh, that hurt. What is this thing? K to set up panels buttons. Okay. Try your luck to get a new special item. You did not find any special item. What? So I flew all the way over here and there's not even anything here? If I press K again. Oh man, that's stupid. Okay, remove from toolbar. Alright, so I guess we're just gonna grind it away then. And at least get some steel parts out of it. Out of wasting our hydrogen to fly over here. Well, now we know what those unknown signals are. It's nothing useful. So, yeah, we're gonna grind all this stuff down. And we should get a couple steel plates from it. Nothing too fancy. Oh, there's even a small battery. Ooh, and I'm almost out of energy. I need that for life support. So when we're flying back, we need to go a little bit slower. See if we can see any, wait, what was that? Oh, there's something right here. Gosh dang it. All this grass is in the way. I think it said 5,000 credits. Maybe that's how you get credits in this game. I probably should have opened up that small cargo container in the very bottom. So yeah, we're just going to fly kind of slower now. And we need to have our hand drill out. And we're going to see if we can find any iron. So those mountains over there, those are going to be important for us because that is going to be how we get ice, which we use for hydrogen. So we're flying kind of close to the ground. We're just paying attention to whether or not we see any iron deposits. Because I don't really feel like flying super high up and trying to see if the ground looks a little bit darker. But building this basic refinery is going to be significantly cheaper than trying to build all of those steel plates. And hopefully it's not going to take as long too. Okay, so we're just going to... Jeez. I'm really good at just slamming myself into things. And we're going to juice up real quick. And turn off our light too. I was using that for mining and I didn't really need it for what we were doing just now. See, we're going to juice up. And okay, let's try that tactic where we look for darker spots in the map. I think this is the silicon. Yep, that's silicon. So if you hit V and you hit Alt, you can zoom out a little bit. That way we don't necessarily... Oh, there's nickel. That's going to be useful. We need to find an iron deposit though. So we're going to go up this hill. I have a good feeling about this hill actually. For some reason it seems like iron always spawns on hilly sides of the map. Oh boy. I can feel it. I know there's iron nearby. There has to be, right? Why would the game spawn us somewhere that doesn't have one of the first resources that you need, right? Right? It has to be somewhere near us. What's my bottle at? 44% G's. We really need to start conserving our hydrogen. It's so difficult though. I mean, we're just trying to get by, you know? We're not like burning through it too quickly, I don't think. How is there still no iron? I did not. I just knocked over a tree with my body. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe that. I am a genius. Alright, well, we need to get to our body. Hopefully we have enough hydrogen on us just to get there. Oh boy. I can't believe I just did that. And I took down the tree too. That's impressive. So we're gonna grab our body real quick. I don't really die a lot in this game, so I don't... Oh, okay, it's just like a little packet. So we don't need our tools, obviously. Everything else we can grab. I think if we don't grab the tools, it's not gonna despawn though. We're just gonna grab them and then drop them. Maybe on this mountain somewhere. Come on, man. There has to be iron here somewhere. Where is the gosh dang iron? Where are you? Oh man, that looks like a darker spot of land right here. There's silicon under us. Magnesium. Magnesium's not iron, but it's kind of iron. I wonder if we get... Well, there's ice over here. We need to steal that real quick so we can make more hydrogen. Just gonna hit I, go to GPS, and new from current position. We're gonna name it ice. So now where we are, it is gonna show up on our HUD as ice, which, believe it or not, is gonna be useful. Well, while we may not have found iron, at least we found some ice. Because we will absolutely need that to make more hydrogen, which I guess in turn is going to let us find iron. So if you just double click your mouse key, you don't have to keep holding the button down. So that's super convenient in case you guys are playing along with me. I bet to you guys playing along with me, you'll actually be able to find iron a lot faster for some reason. I actually never have this issue with my playthroughs. I'm always able to find stuff pretty quick. But you know how it goes. As soon as you start looking for something, that's when you can't find it. Alright, here's this little blue stuff. That's ice. You can tell because it doesn't look anything like ice. I wonder how big this node is. Looks like a pretty good amount. Now, we picked up a lot of ice and a lot of stone. Now, we don't need the stone. But if we can grab more ice, that'd be nice. Hey, that rhymed. Alright, so we're just gonna hop back up this tunnel here we made. And fly right back over to our respawn pod. Drop a whole bunch of stuff in our oxygen hydrogen generator. And we're gonna go trekking for more iron once again. I don't know why it's so difficult for me to find this stuff. We flew quite a distance from our base too. Oh boy. Yeah, so just so you guys know, keeping your dampeners on when you're pretty low on hydrogen is one of the best things you can do because it keeps you from just reaching like terminal velocity and just slamming yourself into something like a tree. Pro tips. But I'd never do something like that, would I? Still 500 meters from the base. Alright guys, we're back, and this is going to make you angry. 400 meters from our respawn pod. Iron. Oh man. I know it made me angry when I saw it. Not angry, but more excited, I guess. Oh man, I can't believe it was right here. Right there. But at least we found ice, so now when we build up a hydrogen generator with a pretty big storage capacity, we're going to have somewhere to put it all. Because unfortunately, the stuff in this game doesn't hold a very significant amount of resources. It uses liters to determine how much something's going to be able to hold. Oh no, I lost my hole. Oh, this is not good. Here we go. Cool. So we're going to hit I, go to comms, or sorry, GPS, new from current position. We're going to do iron. We're going to fly back over to our respawn pod, and we're going to get the things that are required to finish out our refinery. So we're going to need 40 more steel plates, 13 construction components, 8 motors, 5 computers. Now I'm pretty sure in here we don't have any of that stuff. Looks like we have 13 steel plates. So we're going to need a few less, so we'll need 25 steel plates instead. What else? 13 construction components, 8 motors, 5 computers. $13, 8 motors, 5 computers. Cool. And then we need 25 steel plates, right? Yeah, those are already. Cool. So unfortunately, we're going to need to do some more stone mining. So we're going to get to that real quick. Build up a refinery. And then we're going to be big chillin'. So we're going to go ahead and get to the point where we have everything we need so we can build our refinery. Alright, and we're back, and we're about to finish out the refinery. And then the only thing that we need in addition to the refinery, so that we can get going, is we need to build a wind turbine. So if you look up wind turbine, and so we can click build planner. That basically just bookmarks everything that we need to be able to build this guy. So we're going to put him on a local grid line. There we go. And he's placed. And we'll just put the stuff in that we already have. We're going to need 5 interior plates. Well, actually I can just show you what I was just talking about, the build planner. We're going to need a bunch of stuff. But if you go into here and you click on production, maybe it's not production. Here you go. Add components from build planner to production queue. So you click on that guy, and then it puts everything that we need to make, and it lines it up in there. So we're obviously still going to need a lot more iron. So we're going to keep getting through this last bit of stone, and then we're going to get to mining our actual iron ingots, or iron ore, which is gonna give us a 50% return ratio as opposed to whatever percentage it is we're getting now. It's a lot better. But it's going to be a lot mo better. It'll actually be noticeably different. And we're just gonna dig down a little bit just so we can keep getting the rocks to form. I guess fall right to where they have been going. I like getting them to fall into the same place, that way I can just run by and pick everything up at once. I find that very convenient. So one of the things I don't really understand about commentaries yet is how I'm supposed to constantly know what to say to you guys. You know, what do you expect me to say? Because there's not a whole lot I can say, especially with space engineers. Like, this game is super dry until it's not. And that's okay, that's just the way the game is. But it makes it really hard to find talking points for pretty much anything. So what are you supposed to talk about when you have absolutely nothing to talk about, you know? Now what we'll probably be doing later on in the series is we're going to be building a freighter. That's my ultimate goal. So I know we have a limited amount of like PCU. I'm not sure what that means, but I can show you. There's a way to see it somewhere. G, yeah. So PCU, that's how many blocks you as a player have taken up on the entire game. So that block can't go over 100,000. Right now we're already at almost 2,000, I guess, which is super surprising because we haven't built that much. I'm assuming it's taking up this ship as well, but I feel like a very large ship is going to take a good amount of parts. And I might be crazy, but 70. Yeah, we should have enough stuff. We're just going to start pulling some stuff out that we need now. We'll wait on the construction components and we'll grab the computers though. And okay, we'll grab the construction components and we're going to fly up there and start on it. And hopefully by the time we're done, we should be about ready to get those girders put in. We're at 19, so we need 24, and that's what we have queued up. I think we needed some more interior plates as well. Let's go with 5, see if that's enough. Oh, we're fine. We don't need interior stuff yet. Alright, so we're just gonna drop this hydrogen bottle off. And we're gonna charge up real quick. We're gonna drop off this hydrogen bottle and any extra materials that we don't need. And then along with that stuff, we're gonna use this extra inventory space to go get some iron. Oh, that's wonderful. I can't just... We'll just drop this stuff on the ground. It's fine. It's fine. The world is our dumping ground, right? Yeah, we can't even use all this ice we have. This is like the second... I've dropped like almost 500 ice on the ground at this point. So we're going to go over to this iron. I just turn on my jetpack so that I go a little bit faster. We've actually got a lot of stuff right next to our base that I didn't see at all somehow. And we're going to get started mining this iron out. Now, I don't actually know how big these deposits are. I don't think I've ever totally mined an entire iron deposit. I am looking forward to when we build a really big, like, asteroid mining rig. I think that's going to be super cool. And we can build that to, like, dock on the freighter and whatnot. And I'm sure there's mods or something that can upgrade the amount of space that we're allowed to have for blocks, because I know I have a high-end computer, so I'm not worried about how much I have on my map at any given time. Oh boy. Yeah, we barely got any iron from that haul. We got mostly stone. But I think even stone has a better return in here. Recharge, and we're gonna go right back in. Get more of this. I think this is all stone again. Yeah, we're just gonna launch that. I wonder if there's like a trash disposal or something. I'm sure there is. Some way to get rid of all your crap. I think there's like a... Maybe there's not. One of the games I was playing the other day had like just a garbage can in your inventory, so you can just straight up delete stuff that you don't want. I think that is a super useful function for any game to have, where you're needing to craft and build things that need to farm materials. We should have a good amount of iron ore now. Oh my gosh. Still way more stone than we have iron. I know maybe I shouldn't be wasting this stone, but I don't need it. We have better resources now that we need. And if silicone ever becomes a problem, we have silicone. So realistically, we don't need to process stone anymore. We probably still will, just because it's kind of pretty hard to do anything without getting stone out of it. But we're going to minimize the amount of stone that we need to process in this. Oh my gosh, and it's dropping so much too. It's dropping hundreds. Out of all of that, we got one little chunk of iron. Oh my gosh. We just go straight down. I don't know. You guys need to let me know what you're interested in seeing and what you would like to see out of this series. Realistically, since I'm a fairly brand new YouTube channel, I don't expect to see a single person comment about what they want me to do. But just know, for whoever watches this, you are my sole voter, I guess. So whatever you want, I shall build. Unless, this video blows up somehow, which I doubt it will. Alright, now we're stacking up the iron. You see that? We've already got 300. And how much iron does it take to build some steel plates? Because we said we need 320 steel plates. And yeah, let's just go with 320. So we're gonna need about 2,300 iron ingots. Yeah, I had a feeling it was gonna be a good amount. Ran out of hydrogen once again. Gonna run back here. We need a bigger fuel tank or something, or we need to start carrying a hydrogen bottle around all the time. That is a pretty good resource to have on you, pretty much 24/7. That way you can maintain your hydrogen reserves at all times. Ooh. Alright, we're gonna drop in this mine one more time. Just kidding, we're gonna drop in this mine 2 more times. Dump all that stone. And we're gonna start mining away another chunk of this iron. I think we're finally getting to the point where we've got more iron down here than stone, which is super convenient. Because believe it or not, we didn't come down here for stone. We didn't go searching for stone. We can find stone anywhere. Iron, though, not so much. Gotta look for the dark patches in the ground, because that makes sense. Iron. We'll just grab everything. And then toss whatever's not iron. Just so you know, those rocks right there, those can kill you. I know because I have been crushed by one. I didn't know they could deal damage, so I just tossed a bunch of stone down and then it just fell back and crushed me. I was like, wow, that's real convenient. I mean, it doesn't necessarily make sense, though, that you're able to drop things that are as massive as they are. Because based on the amount of material that you drop at once, determines how big of a ball it ends up as. Which doesn't really seem like that makes a whole lot of sense. Because you wouldn't think you can carry that much of the stuff on you. Even if it is supposed to be like a realistic game, and it already massively limits the amount of stuff you can carry on you. I'm going to take a bunch of this iron out and I'm going to put it in my survival kit, and we're going to get started building this base. Now it's going to start out as a 4x4 for now, but it's going to gradually, so I think I'm going to incorporate the windmills into a probably just like part of my base design. Maybe I'll use them to build out across the top. I think they need like 5 blocks of space in between each one, though, so that would mean our base is going to be very large, which is okay. Let's grab the iron out of here, and that should give us enough now to make all those steel plates that we need. I'm going to heal up real quick, and I'm going to grab the steel plates that we have made already, and I'm going to start getting to work. Now we're only really going to have enough to build out 2 of these. And yeah, so that 80% is functional. Oh boy. So we can get rid of those ingots. We're not going to need to craft any more of those anytime soon. And we just need to stockpile these steel plates up. another one of these guys built. Okay. So if you have the steel plates for it, it's just going to use all 25. That makes sense. It makes sense. Finish up this guy and start working on this guy. Now we're not going to build out this yet, just because I'm not for sure that that's going to be a permanent part of the base yet. We're not really worried about anything destroying our base. I think they added like monsters to the game, but I don't know how far along those are. I don't know if they'll actively seek us out and try to eliminate us, if you will. What did that say? Welder used, yeah, use it on any block. So it wants me to, yep. Man, this good bot thinks he's teaching me all new stuff. Stuff I've never used before. Use right mouse button to store components from your inventory into a block under construction. Oh, yeah, I knew about that. I had to think about it for a second. I didn't understand what it was telling me, but when it said it was added to build planner, that makes sense. Solar panel or wind turbine under the right conditions will be able to provide enough energy for you to get started. Continue by adding a basic assembler or deconstruct your old survival kit and move it over to your new base. Okay, so we're not going to deconstruct our basic survival kit yet. Acquire more power as you add more functional blocks. No crap. Sure to build more wind turbines or solar panels or turn blocks off to prevent them from consuming power. Yeah, that makes sense as well. It's kind of like in your house, turn things off if you're not using them. That way you keep your electric bill from getting too high. Okay. Finish making that 100. Bring this up to like the 30% that he needs. There's this guy out. Refill all of our stuff. Grooms, inventories, and cockpits support various different actions. Yep. These are all things that are super basic. I don't know why I don't need help knowing these things, but build control panels to easily access ship menus. Does it mean control panels? Control panels are simple panels that allow access to grid menus. So does that give us access to everything? Sci-fi control panel. Oh, I need to buy the DLC. I really do. I've been meaning to do that for a while. What kind of stuff's in there? Freight 2. Oh, yeah. I do wish that the people that bought the original copy of the game, because I bought this game years ago, like maybe 2017-ish. I wish we had a early backer support, just because we've been with this game for so long. Even if I haven't like constantly played it since I got it, I still feel like the people that buy the games early like this, when they're in early access, we're the ones that really get it off of the ground and help get it into the game that it is today. Because without us, the developers, they would have published a game and then they wouldn't have seen anything. And I think that's kind of similar to what you see with YouTube channels, is you want to see people looking at your content. Otherwise, you kind of start to lose hope and feel like nobody cares. But that's not true. Somebody always out there cares. So we're gonna build this last couple of panels, and there you go. That's enough to get everything working. We're at pretty good amount of time in this video, so I think we're gonna go ahead and call it quits. But yeah, this is where we are. We're just getting our base started in Space Engineers. So when you guys come back, I'm probably gonna have a basic assembler built, and maybe have expanded the base just a little bit, just because, you know, a lot of this kind of drags out and all that. But I'll show you guys how to do a bunch of the cool stuff that ranges from powering your base to building your own ships, building a rover, eventually building a freighter, and mining ships, and all of those things. Alright, so it's been great playing games with you guys. This is Forestry Gaming signing off. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can get updates on all of my future content. Thanks for watching, guys.